one family, one people, one planet, one love, one family, one people, one planet, one love, one family.
Good morning and welcome to SoulCall Sunday. My name is Lisa Ferraro, the founder and spiritual director of SoulCall Global, and we welcome you wherever you are on the planet at this moment. And we welcome you whenever you might be watching us in the time-space continuum, maybe sometime later during the week. But today, the topic we're going to talk about and share is through this month of December is going to be the month of light, talking about darkness and light. And so today we're going to kick it off with the introduction of the work of light. And it also happens to be the first day of Hanukkah. So we're going to invite, in a little bit, we're going to invite Natalia Zuckerman in to share a little bit about that faith tradition and what Hanukkah symbolizes, how it started, and just a little bit of a dive into that beautiful tradition from the Jewish faith. This morning, we also call in, as we've been doing since we started, this practice of Qigong, which is a practice using light from an ancient tradition from China. And it is Qi is energy, life force. So we're going to talk about today and throughout the month, we're going to talk about light, how it moves, how it helps us to bring forth all these things that we are. So today, when we're talking about the work of light, it's going to be the work of light is to bring forth your heart's love, passion, vision, and joy. The work of light is to bring forth your heart's love, passion, vision, and joy. And so to kick us off this morning, we're going to be joined by Helen Yi, who's going to offer a practice of Qigong. And we invite you to participate in this, bringing in the light and directing it with your will and consciousness in a particular way, bringing more of it in, charging our bodies with it. Welcome, Helen.
Placing your hands on the lower abdomen. Relax your face and body. Allow your breath to sink down into the lower dantian. Feel the increase in awareness of your breath. Release the hands down to the side, opening and connecting to your earth energy, yin energies, with the Lao Gongs as magnets. Floating the arms up, drawing the Qi up into the heavens, collecting sky, yang energy. Exhaling and floating down into the body through the byway point into the central meridian channel. Bring in that fresh Qi, vitality, washing out and pushing out any stagnation. Feel that golden light penetrating into all the cells of your body. From here, widen your stance. And now, empty and filling the leg as you allow your hands and arms to knock on the meridian points in the torso and stimulating the channels, opening up and awakening the Mingmen point, which is in the area where the kidneys are, opening and building up the vitality. From here, bringing your hands up to the lung points, stimulating those points helps balance the hormones as well as increasing the immune system. And now bringing it down to a slow stillness. Feel that vibration in your body of Qi. Feeling it vibrating, feeling the sensation. We all feel the Qi. From here, we're going to do spinal cord breathing. Inhaling as you bring your arms up, increasing your lung capacity, bringing in all that good oxygen filling it up into all four quadrants, and now exhaling, pulling it all in, feeling you squeezing into the organs, pumping that chi into the spinal area, inhaling again, allowing the openness of opening into more oxygen, more air, breathing it in, and exhaling, squeezing the buttocks, squeezing your back, pumping that chi into the spinal fluid area. Flexion and extension. One more time. And exhaling, again squeezing it out. Squeezing it out of the organs. Circulating that chi in the spinal area.
Thank you, Helen. Well, yeah, circulating chi is something I think anybody who had, Natalia and I were just talking about how much food we've consumed over the weekend, and getting some chi circulating is a very good thing to keep yourselves healthy, and yeah, everything else, because you got to get ready for round 2 throughout the rest of the month and then the new year and all of that. I don't know about you, but I have a food clock. We could talk about that. Could be a separate topic, the food clock, and for good reason. But before we get into the food clock, let's talk to Natalia Zuckerman. We're going to welcome you into the program. Hello.
Hi. Good
On the
morning.
heels of the food clock, why not?
I'm right there.
Yeah, I know you are.
On time.
Thank you for joining
every
us
meal.
this morning. Say that again.
On time for every meal.
Thanks for coming into the program this morning. And I know you had a fantastic yoga practice this morning earlier at 8:15, moving the chi. But we welcome and tell us a little bit about today is the first day of Hanukkah. And share with us
the
a
first
little bit
night. So it begins at night,
Mhm.
as every Jewish holiday does. One of the beautiful things about this holiday is it's the only holiday that begins in darkness. So it's at the end of, it's the 25th of Kislev is the month that we're in the Jewish lunar calendar. So it really has the new moon built into it. Like we're at the darkest part of the month. So this is purposefully done, that we're entering into darkness, into an unknown territory and bringing in the light. So it's a really beautiful, mindful time. And each night we light, depending on your menorah.
Nice.
Mine, of course. It's actually not a correct one because there are 8 nights of Hanukkah, and then there's usually, she would have a candle in her head if it was correct. Chanukiah is what this is called, but a menorah has the 9 actually. And so you light one candle each night, and it grows. It's kind of symbolizes one small action, and it comes historically from the Maccabees who fled up into the hills in 168 before the Common Era, so a long time ago. The Syrians came in, and Jews were forced to idol worship and slaughter animals and these things that were not in the faith tradition. So it's said that this army of Maccabees went up into the hills, and when they returned, the temple had been destroyed, but they found this little jar of oil. And they thought, great, we can light the menorah and have a Chanukah, which is a dedication. So dedication to the temple. And they lit the menorah, and it lasted 8 nights, so they say. And beautifully, we resurrect this each night. So tonight will be the first night that you light 1 candle, and then 2 and 3, and these small actions that permeate the world and bring more light as we add to it.
Yeah. What a beautiful tradition. And you've got a meditation song for us to lead us into.
Yeah,
right?
I do. So I'm going to do this. How do I do it? Okay. Here we are. And Lisa, I'm going to mute you because I can hear you typing. And yeah, let me throw this up on the screen for a moment so you can see the words. This is called the Shechekianu prayer. And it's done in moments of first. So tonight, there's some traditional songs that are sung always at Hanukkah, but this is on the first night, or when you do something for the first time, or this blessing of the here and now is this beautiful way that this lab shul is a very progressive renewal movement synagogue. And they've also taken the words a little bit. And Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Ruach, which is the infinite. It would be Eloheinu Ha'olam, which would be God in a more masculine, patriarchal way. So they've sort of taken the power from that and made it the infinite. But you can say whatever you would like. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Ruach Ha'olam Shehekianu V'giyamanu V'higianu Lazman Chazeh. And I'll leave that up for a moment as I teach you the tune. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Ruach Ha'olam Shehechianu V'giyamanu V'higianu Lazman Hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu. Here you go. Ruach Halom Shehekianu V'giyamanu V'higianu Lazman Hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Ruach Ha'olam Shehechianu V'giyamanu V'higianu Lazman Hazeh. I'll show you again and you can sing along, everybody at home. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Ruach Ha'olam Shehechianu V'giyamanu V'higianu Lazman Chazeh. Amen. Happy Chanukah, everyone.
So beautiful. Thank you for sharing. There's so many wonderful things about what Natalia just shared. Not just the words to that song when you sing it, the way your tongue hits the roof of your mouth, the way your mouth moves when you sing these ancient languages. It does something mystical to the brain. It wakes up a part of the brain that remembers that, just like that faith tradition of, the little bit of oil lasted 8 nights, 8 days. How is that possible? When we start thinking about it linearly, it seems like it's not possible, because I'm going to get into a little bit of physics, the physics of possibility, let's call it that, which is what quantum physics brings into the equation. But Newtonian physics suggested that light can only move in a straight line. And that's not true. And so what they're finding is the photons. In quantum physics, photons are the light bringers, the measurements of light. There's potential and possibility. So what I love about this tiny bit of oil lasting longer than what most people would say would be reasonable or normal, or statistically what happened in the past, experientially this is not the case. But when it needs to happen, how is it that we can make things happen that seem to be miraculous? It's because light, the work of light is to bring forth more light. The work of light is to bring forth more light. Last week, we were talking about the element of grace. When we operate in the world of gratitude, if we are gratitude and grace is my plus one. If we offer whatever it is, any prayer, any thanksgiving, offering it all the way to the force field, to the infinite source, we get not only what we put into the field, but we get more. It gives us equal and opposite, but it also gives us more. So taking that and let's build on this with the idea of light and possibility. Newtonian physics used to suggest that electrons circulated around their atomic nucleus, much like the planets are on a particular orbit around the sun. But quantum physics is recognizing that that's not how that goes. So we like to think linearly. There's the definition of the shortest distance between 2 points is a straight line. And I will say the shortest distance between 2 points is a clear consciousness. The shortest distance between 2 points is a clear consciousness. Why would I say something like that? As we start to talk about light and the morphogenetic field, the field of possibilities, the possibility that if enough people believed that a small quantity of oil could last longer than otherwise previously thought or defined, how can we bring forth these miracles, these happenings today? The same laws are operating as they were then. I think the difference might be we didn't have quite a sophisticated idea. Our ego wasn't so satisfied with back then with knowing these things. There was more mystery, which invites possibility. So living in the mystery invites possibility. Possibility invites miracle. Miracle invites living the life we are intended to live in participation with this field of energy and light at all times. So the shortest distance between 2 points is a clear consciousness. We can only really hold one thought clearly at a time. We can multitask. Many of us do this often with things that are already here, but when we're materializing something, we can truly only hold one of these ideas is going to get more energy than the other one if we try to hold two thoughts at once. So this middle road, again, it comes back to seeing with the single eye, kind of like when you're in a movie theater watching the movie projector. It looks like the movie projector, the light, the beam is coming straight on in a straight line. But if you look at it, how it spreads out, the light spreads out all over, and it projects the images, the material representations of thought onto a larger screen for us to take in with our physical eyes. So in this idea of the work of light is to bring forth your heart's love, passion, joy, your soul's calling, if you will. How can we become more visionary in our quality with our qualities of character, our character traits? Some people think that visionaries, that we see things that aren't there yet. And it's not that we see things that aren't there, it's we see the possibility for what could be where it's not yet. We see possibilities. So I invite you to awaken this work of light, this charge within you, and allow yourself to see one thought clearly at a time. So we talk about imagination, and of course, the root of imagination is image. Can you see it? If you can see it, you can be it. If you can see it, you can bring it forth with enough passion, with enough energy. We create the vibration of whatever this image is. So light doesn't travel on a straight line. Consciousness can, but light can bring all different shapes, all different vibrations, anything we can imagine or we can envision onto the screen of cosmic consciousness, onto the screen of light, of possibility. We can achieve it. An example of this is a very simple example. It's coming to me right now. Many years ago in the Bay Area, Erika and I had just gone back from tour. And a friend was having just for fun, because nobody had gone bowling in a long time, was having a birthday bowling party. And we thought, we didn't want to go for the whole thing, but let's just drop in and see some friends we haven't seen. They'll all be in one place at one time, was the thing in the Bay Area. Anytime you can get a collection of people in one place at one time, amazing. So we show up, and we weren't going to bowl. And of course, Eddie didn't. But then I got there, and I got a little bit caught up in the resonant field. The morphic resonance is what they would call that, of the joy of bowling. And I used to go bowling when I was a kid. On Saturday mornings, my father would take us bowling. It was a dime a game back in the 1890s. And we had a really good time on Saturdays. He taught me all the mechanics of how to bend, where to place the ball, how to hold the ball, all these things. But this particular Sunday, with our friends, I just walk in and everybody's having a good time. And I got caught up in it. All of a sudden, I turned into that 12-year-old wanting to just roll one ball. I didn't want to play a whole game. I just wanted to throw one ball. So I borrowed shoes from somebody and picked up a ball and went up to the line. And I had one thought in my mind, and only one, was, I wonder if I could throw a strike. If I throw one ball and I throw a strike, that'd be amazing. I roll the ball and it's a strike. It was so much fun, and I could have stopped there, but then my ego starts to engage. The ego of just like the material representation of my thought was so joyful, as any thought that materializes into form, if it's one you really want with passion and joy. I wanted to try it again. So I picked up the ball, and this time I was, again, thinking one thought. I wasn't thinking, bend your knee, put your hands at 10 and 2, throw the ball like this, raise it above your head, make sure you hit that second arrow, from the right so that it curves in between the 1 and the 2 pin and you're not left with the 7-10 split. Like, I wasn't thinking any of those things. I was thinking, I wonder if I could throw another strike. My ego wasn't really attached, but it was curious. So I still have some wiggle room in the curious nature of things. Pick up a ball, and I throw another strike. And now it's a thing, because we're all celebrating and laughing because it's hysterical. I haven't thrown a bowling ball in decades at this point. Then something shifted. Yeah, I went from, oh, this is so fun, let me just throw one, let me see if I can. And then I wonder if I can do it again. And then I wanted, very much so, with my ego though, it wasn't the joy, it was the determination. I made it small. I made my joy small and conditioned upon whether or not I could throw another strike. I didn't realize I was doing this, but that's what I was doing. It became a thing. All of a sudden, I was determined, on a small scale determined, to throw another strike. I took the fun out of it. I took the play out of it. I took the joy out of it. I didn't realize it, but had I thrown, okay, but I did anyhow. I threw another strike. I threw 3 strikes in a row. And instead of just quitting, I doubled down on it. Then it became like other people became engaged in this morphic, resonant field with me of, can you throw 4? And of course I didn't. I threw the dreaded 7-10 split. And what happened was the realm of possibilities, the linear thinking was completely gone. The first time I threw the ball, all I could see was this round opportunity of potential and possibility. It was pure fun. But each time I made it mean something more definite, it took the joy out of it. And the joy is the juice, is what I like to say. The joy is the juice. So don't squeeze it so much that it's as useless as, a used up orange after you squeeze the juice out of it. What do you do with it? Unless you just want to eat, the fiber of it, of course. But I'm just saying the joy is the juice. So whatever it is in participating with the light in this field of possibility, allow yourself to energize whatever it is you're thinking, one thought, not the mechanics of the thought, but see the thing, project it onto the screen of consciousness, the screen of your consciousness. See that thing and not the duality of it. I want to do this, but what if, blah, 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 blah. All the what ifs and if onlys, leave them aside. When you're planning a thing, like I think about planning events worldwide, as I've done for decades, I always planned for the most positive possibilities to occur. part of that was recognizing some of the experience I've already had. I recognized some of the challenges that could present if certain things aren't done a certain way. Yes, so that doesn't mean you don't prepare for things. It means we take into consideration some things we've already experienced, but we still hold the vision for that absolute joyful, not perfection, but presence and the joy of it. Allow ourselves to see what's possible. That's what a visionary can do. So you are all visionaries. It's not that we're special. And these miracles still exist for us today. So this month, during the work of light, bring forth your heart's love and passion. You know, one of the things that's unique, again, to quantum physics is it says the observer can change the outcome. That's you and me. I remember another time we were playing ball, we were playing softball, and we were losing. Our team was getting crushed. I think I might have told you this before. By 20 some points, 20 some runs at the bottom of the seventh. We played 9 innings. And wow, our team, long story short, I think I've told this story once before, but the long story short was I just turned to somebody and I said, we could still win this game. We have 2 more at-bats. And we're the home team. We could totally do it. But we needed to score at the end of 7 runs. If you're losing by 10, then the game's over. So we needed to score 20 runs in the bottom of the 7th. We scored 22. I don't know what happened. I picked up a bat and I just banged it on all the other bats. And I just said, wake up. And everybody laughed. It kind of broke the pressure and tension of, my God, we're so much better than this other team. Why can't we get a hit? Why can't we? Everybody, we were focusing on the why can't we? And then just something as ridiculous as running one bat against the others and saying, wake up, making us all laugh. It broke the spirit of what was trying to manifest as a hard, fixed reality of we were going to lose the game, and created the possibility that, oh my gosh, you know, first person got up, got a hit, another hit, triple, another one off the wall in the back, clears the bases. All this, we scored 21 runs in the bottom of the 7th. So now we were down by 2. We ended up winning the game. And people had left and thought we lost the game. When we called in the scores the next day, it was this, I think the final score was 28-26. And they were like, wow, how did you all come back? I said, no, we won the game. But because of past experience, what looked like was playing out was something, it looked like people already knew. So they left, they went home, they missed the best part. So where 2 or more are gathered in this infinite, pure potential, we can manifest the joy of life, the joy, the juice. The joy is the juice. So, and the work of light, you know, the light doesn't pick favorites. These laws of the universe work for everyone. It's what do we put into practice? It's what we put into practice is what we get back, you know. Think of the miracles you have experienced in your lifetime or have had the opportunity to read about. Just yesterday, I was talking with somebody about the Roger Bannister, who broke the 4-minute mile. Once he did it, several other people did it. On a similar token, there was the Lumiere brothers, who created moving pictures with light in France around the same time Edison was doing it here. It happened at the same time, and there are many other illustrations of this, you know, stories about this. What are we doing now? How can we, if these great master teachers were doing all of these miraculous things, what can we do? How can we do things like that? The same laws of the universe are still here, the same juice, even more, because we've learned how to pull it in through Qigong, through yoga, through music and laughter. Nothing energizes ourselves quicker than laughter. It's really a true thing, because it helps us break whatever happened before, and the laughter bursts forth, and it kind of erases these things. So try to do some things that make us move, make you laugh. What I love is, you know, the word quantum originates from Latin, and it means how much. So when you think of, it's a measurement, but when you think of quantum joy, quantum passion, quantum laughter. How much? How much can a human structure take of this light? How much? I used to, one of the prayers I shifted to a long time ago is I started asking the infinite, to the universe, show me how good it can get. This feels great. How much better can it get? Show me how good it can get. Show me how much. And so whatever it is that is your joy, the juice for you, recognize that by putting it forth as a visionary does. Just keep seeing that which you want. Louise Hay would say, tell me what you want, not what you don't want. You know, and getting caught up in it. Get caught up in that joy. And so the idea of the mysterious telepathy type of interconnectedness between organisms and the collective consciousness is called the morphic resonance. So we here at SoulCall Global have a morphic resonance of a conscious global community. We make that up. Each one of us is lights, like on the menorah. The more you light, the more it magnifies, the greater the light. Just by bringing one more awakened consciousness to the planet, we grow the light. So the work of light is to magnify itself, is to grow itself, is to bring joy and illuminate your soul's calling, the greatest joys of your heart, the juice. It's to bring it forth for you and for us. And together, what a world we can create. I'm going to build on this talk a little bit in 2 weeks from now. But think about who you are as a visionary. See possibilities instead of instead of seeing what is. Allow yourself to go beyond what is, off to the horizon. Like when Deborah's doing the Qigong, she'll always have us look out into the horizon and bring that in. It has a way of spreading the consciousness out and bring forth possibility. Where there was problem, we can create possibility. And with that light, one of us, each of us, coming to light at our own time, which hopefully the time is now, staying fully present in the moment is how we do it, staying in that balance, that one thought, and just keep putting the one thought out. And as I've said before, if we make that one thought source, it'll start thinking through us. It'll start bringing forth possibilities where our limited intellect might see things that it's only seen happen before. Then we can get out beyond those ideas. The Sufis say nur ala nur, which is light upon light. And may we be light upon light for each other. May we be that spark of remembrance, that divine remembrance. You know, do you ever get around somebody who, as soon as you're in their presence, maybe you've never met them before, but the first time you meet them, you just feel like, boom, wow, who is that? What is that? Think about times like that and think about how you are that for others, whether we realize it or not. When we get into a general field with other people, maybe when you're out shopping or going to a concert or going to anywhere you go where you interact with others, you're bringing a field of energy. And may that field be light, be filled with your passion, and may it be contagious. May we be agents of contagion of a positive light, as Erika would say, and allow people to be invigorated by your presence, be uplifted by the presence, by the light you carry. May you be the supercharge in someone's world. And here's a really fun song called Shine.
In my soul, in the joy of what we know, there's one light divine light shine. In my heart, in my soul, in the joy of what we know, there's one light, one love, God. In all I say and all I do, let this divine light shine, shine, shine. Let this divine light shine. One light, one love. 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 In my heart, in my soul, in the joy of what we know, there's one light, one love, God. All I say and all I do, let this divine light shine, shine, shine. Let this divine light shine, 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 shine,
Yay. And all I say and all I do, let this divine light shine. You know, and the definition for light is the natural agent that stimulates sight and makes things visible. So use your imagination, stimulate that light within your heart. And the light, the work of the light is to bring forth your heart's passion, love, joy, and more light. Nur ala nur, light upon light. So we thank you for joining us this morning or whenever you're watching. Please share us with your friends. If you enjoyed this talk, you'll find it on YouTube, our YouTube channel, SoulCall Global, and share it with your friends and invite more people to join us on Sundays or whenever they can watch. If you would like to help us create and grow our conscious global community, we thank you for this. We've got a fund drive happening right now, and we're launching into December. Last year, we raised over $7,500, and this year our goal is $10,000. And we thank you for your donations. No amount is too big or too small. And what we're doing, our Soul Squad is out. We have found at least 50 families and individuals who are in need of support this holiday season. We're going to provide food for families, clothing. SoulCall Santa, the secret SoulCall Santa, pays off layaways for families who are really struggling. And we don't work with great big other groups. We are our own 501c3 nonprofit. And we kind of find people who are in the middle, maybe the people who won't ask for help. They might not go to the food bank, but we are in our communities, people right next door who are in need. And these are the people we're reaching out to help. So we thank you for your contributions. SoulCallGlobal.org/donate. And another great way to donate is we're doing Jazz Up the Holidays. give the gift this year. I know tomorrow is Cyber Monday. Go to our website, soulcallglobal.org/events, and maybe give the gift of an experience, a shared experience this holiday season. Monday, December the 6th, we're going to be doing Jazz Up the Holidays live from the Manchester Craftsmen's Guild in Pittsburgh. If you don't live in Pittsburgh, you can get a link to watch it virtually from wherever you are on the planet. So if you want to give somebody the gift of a holiday experience, please do share us with your friends. Jazz Up the Holidays. The virtual link is on our website. It's not 22 days to the event. It's less than that now. Oh my gosh, we're getting there. And if you are in Columbus, Ohio, Wednesday, December the 8th, we'll be at the McConnell Arts Center. I think we have like about 50 tickets left. I would love to sell that venue out. All of the proceeds from both of these shows are going to go to the SoulCall Santa, SoulCall Global. So Monday, December the 6th is live in person at the Manchester Craftsmen's Guild in Pittsburgh. All of these are on soulcallglobal.org or my website, lisaferraro.com. And please go. Tomorrow is Cyber Monday. A shameless plug for our SoulCall Global store. We've got caps, we've got music, we've got cards that aren't in there yet, but this is from Armature Publishing. We have just a few more days left. Why can't I get that to what? In our, there it is, Signs and Symbols of Our Ancestors. The fundraising campaign ends for that on Friday. So if you haven't participated and gotten your copy, pre-order copy, and help us achieve our stretch goal of 25,000 to help us to share this with other people, please go to kickstarter.com/projects, signs and symbols. Actually, if you just go to kickstarter.com and in the search put in signs and symbols of our ancestors, it'll pop right up there, but you'll find it on our website too. So we thank you for that. If you're in need of prayer, please drop us a line at prayers@soulcallglobal.org. We are here to pray with you and for you and to help with friends, knowing that what we put out into light, healing, our bodies can heal, our minds can heal, and the spirit with which we put forth that energy can also be supercharged too. So body, mind, spirit, our prayer team has connected to the healing arts team, and they send energy out to those who are in need, a wave of energy with prayers on it. So we realize in quantum physics, there's particles and waves. Light is both. It can be whatever it needs to be. So whatever you need help with, please allow us to pray with you and for you. On Sundays, 8:15 in the morning, some of you had the great experience of doing yoga with Natalia this morning. That's every Sunday. And then on Monday nights from 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is meditation from 8 to 9 p.m. with yours truly. And we really go deep in those meditations and appreciate it. So check us out Cyber Monday. Please participate with SoulCall Global. And one of the things I want to say too with Cyber Monday too is you'll notice in the newsletter, if you're not getting the newsletter yet, go to soulcallglobal.org and sign up for it. Please share our newsletter with your friends and like and share us on Facebook and YouTube, Instagram. We are going to have, our Amazon Smile is listed at the bottom of the newsletter. But we'd like for you to take a moment to share with your friends and also with yourself. If you're going to buy anything from Amazon, please go to Amazon Smile and look for SoulCall, Inc. That's us. And a portion of whatever it is you purchase on Cyber Monday or any time with Amazon Smile comes back to SoulCall. Also, the same thing with Kroger this time of the year, buying lots of food and sharing, those special traditions of food with friends. Kroger, also, we're listed there, SoulCall Inc. And Giving Tuesday, SoulCall Inc. Giving Tuesday. So we have a couple opportunities. So share us far and wide. We're doing amazing things for people in communities where we are. And so if you're interested in starting a Soul Squad pod in your area, drop us a line at soulsquad@soulcallglobal.org. So once again, this week, sign up for a virtual ticket for next Monday's Jazz Up the Holidays, Wednesday Jazz Up the Holidays in Columbus, Monday the 6th in Pittsburgh. We thank you for all you do to create a conscious global community in that spark of light. And at 11 o'clock today, in just a few minutes, I will open the Zoom room and we will enjoy 30 minutes of how the talk went for you and things that it might spark in your consciousness, literally. So we thank you for joining us this morning. Thank you once again, Natalia, for offering the inspiration around Hanukkah, which starts this evening. And remember, wherever you are on the planet, you are loved. Peace and blessings.
One family, one people, one planet, one love.